Hey, what's up guys? Night All Nighter here, coming back for the game analysis and my thought process for the match against Marco. This is the thematic group for amateur players, acronym TGAP, that we're doing this very nice tournament, very nice group. Unfortunately, lost some members, only 157 now. Not very active lately, but again, a very nice group, very friendly, and Marco, the super admin, is a super nice guy. So last video we stopped at move 5, which I was thinking about playing aggressive here. So I did d5, Marco played takes, I captured back on c takes d4, check, I blocked with my knight on c3, and this is where things started to get sharp. I kind of knew this was going to happen when I was trying to do some psychological analysis of my match here. I thought I would be more aggressive, and Marco is reacting extremely well. He didn't shy away from his king in the center. This is a little bit still of opening theory if we follow the opening book. Not many games with this line, but I'm really enjoying this line. It's something that I don't know if it is classified as sharp, but in my mind it is pretty sharp because things started to be very complex right from the beginning. So you can see here I'm down material. My knight on c3 is pinned. So I was getting a little uncomfortable here, but I knew that I could, take it slow a little bit, castle, because his king is still in the middle. So that was my thought process. So I castled. He traded his bishop, giving me the bishop pair. So this was good. However, when I pushed to d5, he played knight e5. I knew my bishop was gone, so having the bishop pair was only a temporary thing, just like it's a temporary thing. He's being up material, and he's quite up, +4, as you can see here. So I captured his bishop, he captured my bishop on c4, and then I quote-unquote forked. Now if I go to the analysis, this came back to the saved line. No, hold on. Let me find where we are. Okay, so here I was, there are multiple complications. He can go knight d6, then I can pin with e1. He could go up, and then he kind of retains material. There are multiple ways I think I can take advantage. Maybe bishop a3, but that's what I mean about sharp line. He looks very underdeveloped, king a little exposed. Well, as a matter of fact, if he plays here, I can go straight to capture. Maybe his only way to protect. So I thought he could protect by coming queen f6, like this. I don't know. I don't remember what I analyzed here. Maybe comes back. Yeah, I really don't know. Anyways, we're not there. So after I capture, he castled. Then, no, hold on. Sorry. So he castled, I captured, he moved knight d6, I moved my queen back to d3. Now he's pushing his pawns. This knight, in my mind, the d6 knight, is not well positioned, blocking the center pawn. I have an advanced pawn with my c pawn not right away, but pretty soon coming back to support it. In this case, I wanted to quote-unquote pin his knight and potentially double his pawns. It's easy to protect like he did with queen f6. I take the e-file, so that's where things start to get sharp, but I question my position here. Black is up material. I do have the e-file. I don't know if it is enough compensation. And I like my development, but being down material and his bishop taking the long diagonal here, it's a pretty sharp game. So he pushed the a5 pawn. I really don't know the purpose of this. Maybe he wanted to go bishop a6, but I can, yeah, bishop a6 if my rook was still on f1, but with my rook on e1, I really don't know the purpose of this move. And this is where we are today. This is move 15. He pushed his pawn. I have only 11 hours. I've been waiting to make this video and express my thought process, because now we're off the opening book. So my options here, I think, are push the pawn. Okay, a little interruption. My daughter came in the room. So what I was analyzing is my potential moves. One is c4, just to support the d pawn. And how does he react? He has multiple ways to react. I really would love to double my rooks here, but it's going to be a big trade. This middle game, I feel like this middle game will be extremely fast, with a lot of pieces being traded. Yeah, because he can go bishop here on b7. And what way? How do I improve my position? I don't see a way. I can force the trade, right? Yeah, he needs to trade. He needs to trade. And then he can challenge the e-file very comfortably. We both have back rank threads, back rank checkmate threads. I'm honestly lost. I like the line. It's complex. I was liking the white position, but I don't know how to make progress from here. His pawns are advancing. He has 4 pawns on the queen side. I have 3 pawns island, 1 isolated A, 2 not yet connected, and then the 3-on-3 on the king side. He has his knight developed to what I thought was not a good position, but it's developed. His king is castled. I have the e-file, but it's easily challenged. His light square bishop is ready to go away and connect the rooks. I don't know how to improve my position. I don't think it's time to double the rooks with a rook e2, e3. I really would like to double the rooks with tempo. If I do a passive move like h3, it's still passive because he develops. I like to start positioning my pieces to the king side. That I would like for sure. The point too is when I went bishop a3, where is it? Here. I'm starting to also regret this move. Too many second thoughts. If I do discovery on the queen, my bishop is still unprotected. So it's not like an immediate, oh, and I can't do that because if I do this, it simply comes here. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know how to improve my position here, guys. I think I may go for a... What happens if I do this here? Yeah, I can't. So definitely no rook e2. Rook e3. If I want to... Maybe this is a conversation about black squares or dark squares. With opposite colored bishop, I should focus on dark squares. So question is, do I need to position my pawns on light squares or dark squares to quote-unquote neutralize the knight? If he moves his bishop and I go knight e5, I'm attacking a weak pawn, and I think I'm gonna double up the rooks. But his bishop on a6, if I can't push the c pawn, his bishop on a6 will dominate this diagonal, the a6 f1 diagonal. And so here's the thought. If he comes bishop a6, I can't push the pawn because there is two pieces attacking the pawn and my rook is hanging. I need to retreat my queen, and then he has a fork. Terrible. So no. How do I stop the bishop? Dad, I want to play. My daughter came in again. I need to hurry up, and this is how you blunder. Too passive if I pull back my bishop. I think my bishop needs to stay here. Maybe I'll simply go rook c1. Rook c1, bishop, push. Then he challenges the file. If he challenges the file, I can force a trade. Who's better with all this dump? It's white to play. So he can trade first here. Here. Who's better here? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the position will quickly be a big trade, which will favor him because he's already up material. So candidate moves. Push the pawn right away. Protect, or this is too passive. Rook c1, but and then we said rook e2 is not good. Rook e3 does not feel very good either. Right? Rook e3, bishop a6. Definitely not queen d2. So I'm giving this diagonal to him, which I don't like. And then he can do tempo moves. Unfortunately, I'm chicken out, thinking rook c1 is the best. And then I'm gonna have to trade my bishop for his knight, and he's gonna have his light square bishop in a good diagonal. Oh man. I'm losing. I gotta make up my mind. What do you guys think? Describe in the chat or the comments. It's not a live stream, so there is no chat. All right. Push the pawn right away. Challenge. And then protect. Right? So c4 right away. Challenge. No, what I was thinking was here. But what happens if it's... Yeah. I don't like this. Oh, actually I do. Actually I do. But a bishop b7 and keep pushing the pawn. You know what? I think it's time to push c4. Let's look at it. What are his candidate moves? He cannot move the knight away. He can push this pawn. If pushes that pawn, I simply take it. Yeah, I think it's time to push the pawn. It supports the other pawn. They are on light squares, which is his bishop, but kind of creates a controlling the b5 square and the cc square combined with my a3 bishop with his pinned knight. I think this is making a good combination. I kind of take away some squares for the knight. He still has 9 here, but with his pinned knight he doesn't have much. So if he challenges the e file right away and I take, the knight pulls back, clearing the east diagonal for my bishop. I like it. Let's go for it. Finally done. Marco, let's keep this game sharp. And let's talk about it later, man. We discussed about analyzing the other games we played. I never really did an analysis. I started making these videos. Maybe I'll go back to one of our games and we can discuss those games too. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. More to come on this series.